Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some basketball on 2K Sports. It's EA7 Emporio Armani Milan and New York. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Outside Anthony. Great touch on the 16-footer. Anthony's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Knicks.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
James right side. Pass to Hackett. Klaiza kicks to James. Clock at 6. Sheely. That three off the mark. And so here is New York. Here's Porzingis. That's good. And so Galloway with the assist. Porzingis has got his first 2 points.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Here's Galloway. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Goes up on the block. Nice jump shot. Good. 5 points in the game. And so it's New York with it. Kicks it to Afflalo. Outside Anthony. Down low. Seraphin. And he gets it to go.
And really the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Hackett, the pass to Brooks. It's stolen. And a fast break now for New York. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
And so it's New York with it. Galloway kicks to Seraphin. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 3 assists now in this one. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Hackett. And off the front iron, and in it goes. He has 7.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Now here's Anthony. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. Williams comes in for Porzingis. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Pondexter in for Aaron Afflalo. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. There's Galloway.
That's his first personal foul. Into the lineup from Brown.
Now Pondexter. O'Quinn dishes to Thomas. To the middle. Got a piece of it.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Galloway. Pondexter, the pass to Galloway. 1:35 left in the first quarter. Now the dish to Pondexter. He used that pick to get in close.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Galloway. Williams a screen. Galloway with the bucket. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for New York.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. From outside the arc, and he gets it to go.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Outside Thomas. The feed now to Galloway. Picked by Williams. Galloway kicks to Williams. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. And he gets it to go. Williams has got his first basket of the night.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
And that one's good.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Here's Galloway inside. With 2 seconds left.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks City Dancers.
Now we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
Here's Hackett, and there's another one for Milan.
And with that height advantage right there, he had a good, clear look at the basket.
Anthony kicks to Aflalo. Outside Williams. Seraphin dishes to Aflalo. New York moving the ball around. Here's Anthony. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Anthony's got 6 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
That is good. Knicks trail by 3. Galloway, the pass to Anthony. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one. Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Aflalo with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Brooks on the double team. Back to Aflalo. A floater. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Galloway kicks to Aflalo. Outside Williams. Back to Aflalo. And the layup's good off the glass. Aflalo's got his second bucket tonight.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Timeout Knicks.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here for the Knicks. Porzingis comes in for Kevin Seraphin. And it's Pondexter in for Langston Galloway. And Aflalo kicks to Williams. Back to Aflalo. And Milan called for the foul. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. Thomas comes in for Anthony. Milan making a switch here. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Aflalo outside. And it's Milan with the rebound.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown from Milan.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Not a typical trip to the line for him there. He had been knocking them down today.
Thomas kicks to Pondexter. On the wing of Aflalo. Pass to Pondexter. To the inside. O'Quinn. And he banks in the layup. O'Quinn's got his first points of the night.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Here's Pondexter. Thomas dishes to Pondexter. Thomas passes to Pondexter. And Milan called for the foul. .112 left in the first half of the game. Pulls up on the wing. The offensive rebound. Milan with the ball. Here's Jeffers. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Here's Porzingis. No good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Shoots. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. For the New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to the Mavericks in Dallas. Here's Aflalo. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Pass to Porzingis. Lets it fly. And he gets it to go from the corner. Now just a 1-point Milan lead. Here's Kleza. And no good trying to get that one. And the first. Been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. The drive by Brooks. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Aaron Aflalo. On shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Here's Galloway. He dishes it to Aflalo. And the pass to Porzingis. To tie. And again, it's Aaron Aflalo. Aflalo's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
And he gets the bucket.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Here's Seraphin. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 6 assists now in the game. Here's Hackett. Got it. Good job in the low post. 19 points in the game.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Seraphin. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
New York ball. Timeout. Guard it. Ladies and gentlemen, Knicks City Dancers.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Pass to Porzingis. And there's the foul. It'll go on Linus Kleza. That's his first foul. Derek Williams, he checked in for Porzingis.
First personal foul. Checking in for your Knicks, Derek Williams.
90 seconds now into the second half. Pick by Williams. Shot clock at 5. And they take the lead. Williams has got his second bucket tonight.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Nice shot by James.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Anthony's gotten everything to fall, shooting 6 for 6 tonight. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. That drops.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will to date.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from him.
Galloway kicks to Seraphin. Galloway, the pass to Williams. And he goes in for the dunk. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And that one's good. Brooks.
They are wreaking havoc on them with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
Here's Galloway. A different look for New York. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. And it's Pondexter in for Aaron Aflalo. Here's Pondexter. He feeds it to Galloway. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Anthony's got the game tied up here for New York. To the right side. Gentile. The three-pointer, no good. And here are the Knicks. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Gili. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
No coverage that time. Galloway has got 6.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Fires for 3. That's good. And Milan leads by 2.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
There's Galloway. He has 6. He kicks to Williams. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And really, guys, his percentage from the line at 70 isn't quite up to snuff.
And, guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
A different look for New York. Porzingis comes in for Kyle O'Quinn, and it's Lance Thomas in for Anthony. 23 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Galloway with the bucket.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Moss, the pass to James. Lets it go. And there's another one for Milan.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Galloway. He's got 8. Williams with a clean look, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Yeah, the replay center in Secaucus is providing the officials with the necessary footage to make the call. We're seeing what they're seeing with the best possible angles.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
Go off when I enter the building.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Knicks trail by 4. Galloway kicks to Pondexter. Porzingis passes to Pondexter. Some nice passing by New York here, and that one's good. Serafin's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Knicks. Serafin's gotten everything to go for him. 5 attempts, 5 makes. Here's Hackett. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
It certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure.
Now here's Thomas. Over to the left wing. There's Galloway. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence. And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Galloway kicks to Pondexter. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Stolen by Brooks. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for New York. Flalo comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And a change for Milan. James is checked in. Here's Galloway. Feeds it to Flalo. Serafin kicks to Anthony. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Here's Hackett. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
This guy just isn't missing today. I mean, what a day he's had from the field.
And, you know, they've needed every one of those shots he's made, Greg. He's kept them in the ball game here.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Here's Anthony to the wing on the left from the arc. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Hackett tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. All going up court. Galloway with the bucket. Galloway's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, Kevin. The head coach for the visiting team had some instruction for his guys during that last break. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Anthony's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And he gets the bucket. And now it's a 3-point Milan lead.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Off the inbound pass. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far from Milan.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket. And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one, not with so much riding on it.
And he gets it to go. And that's now 17 points for Brooks.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 2. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. The drive by Anthony in, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor, and looking for more. There's 1:47 left in the game. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
First free throw is good, and that gives them the lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Wide open look. And too long on the shot. And Milan has possession. Down low, here's Brooks. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game. And those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out. And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
There's Galloway. And the rejection by James. And here we go. Here's Brooks. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Brooks has got the lead up to 5 now for Milan. Here's New York. Galloway kicks to Anthony. Connects. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Here's Moss. And Milan, another 3.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Galloway, the pass to Serafin. It's good! And now they trail by just 4.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jump.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They trail by 7. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Porzingis. Lance Thomas comes in for Anthony. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Anthony comes in for Thomas. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Quincy Pondexter. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Grant. And so here is New York, trailing by 4. Galloway kicks to Anthony.
This is what happens when you allow Carmelo Anthony to heat up.
And Milan has possession. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Dishes it to Aflalo. Kicks it to Galloway. Out to the right wing. Here's Porzingis. Kept alive. And so it's Milan winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we present the Jordan Player of the Game. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We'll see the New Orleans Pelicans and EA7 Emporio Armani Milan. And Milan has possession. This is to Kleza. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
And Holiday, here we go. Got that bucket in no time at all.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Milan shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. New Orleans with the ball. Outside Gordon. Davis kicks to Evans. Here's Holiday. And it's Milan with the rebound. Down low. It's stolen by Davis. Evans outside. Here's Holiday. Another miss by Holiday. Holiday's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Out to the wing. Here is Kleza. He's guarded by Davis. And there's the 3-second violation. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Now here is Holiday. Defense is right there. And Davis, here we go. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
The Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the game here. And that one falls for Anthony Davis. Baseline try. Can't get it to go. And New Orleans will come the other way. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Davis sets a screen. The feed to Gordon. And there's the foul. It'll go on Linus Kleza. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Davis sets a screen. In the corner, it's Gordon. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Gordon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Hackett, guarded by Holiday. Evans with the steal. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. And here they go. Intercepted. Now the pass to Hackett. Up and in on the layup.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And that's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
The Pelicans have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Pelicans leading by 4. Here's Holiday. No good. Now Milan takes it the other way. The drive by Brooks, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Outside Holiday. Davis setting the pick for Holiday. And the wide open shot from Evans. Good on the triple. Evans has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Alvin Gentry. He said he's got his team really looking out for Marshawn Brooks. Not necessarily a household name nationally, but he's shown in his young career that he's a scorer to be reckoned with. Coach said he's great at creating his own shot, and with his wingspan, he can get it off over his defender. We have to have a healthy dose of respect for his game and embrace the challenge of slowing him down. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
So both teams making some changes here. New Orleans in the lead. Evans kicks to Davis. Back to Evans. To the paint. Here's Ajinça, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Gordon against Brooks. And there's another one for Milan.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Stolen away. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. That gives them the lead.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
And that's Evans penetrating. And that one's good. Evans has got 5.
The D cannot forget about him like that. He'll light you up. Big time.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Pelicans lead by 1. And don't go away.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also like the attack off the bounce. I mean, they're taking the initiative here in terms of getting into the lane and forcing the defense to collapse.
Goes up the baseline. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Moss. Here's Cole. Allen outside. Now here's Perkins.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Cole. James with some nice D.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Perkins with the block. Here's Allen. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Ellegar. Off target from outside. Pelicans leading by 3. Allen dishes to Cole. With some arc and finished off by Perkins.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
To the paint. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Omer Asher, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Holiday comes in for Cole. Plays it in off the breakaway. 7 points for Ray Allen.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Holiday brings the double team.
Timeout Milan.
Time called here. Milan decides to talk it over.
I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that. Clearly, a defensive breakdown there, guys. They didn't play him close enough on the inbound and then gave up the triple.
And it's Milan with the rebound. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
That one goes. Count it.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Great open look there. Allen's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pelicans.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Passes it to Hackett. Here's Jeffers. And Milan, another 3.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Ashik the screen for Allen.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
So both teams making some changes here. 1:32 left to play in the first half. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in it.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Feeds it to Gordon. Lets it go from 11, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Eric Gordon with the rebound.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Davis against James. Holiday, the pass to Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it to Davis. So for the Pelicans, Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Ashik. Evans comes in for Ryan Anderson. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday. 36 seconds left here in the second. Offensive rebound, Ajinça, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Brooks from outside, and he gets it to go. Brooks has got 7 points in the game.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Ball is turned over. Milan ball. Timeout, Milan.
Time called here. Milan decides to talk it over.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Team Dancers.
Just 4 seconds left in the first half. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Pelicans ahead, up 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Ray Allen really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Davis with a screen on Brooks. Gordon kicks to Davis. Here's Hasek. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Evans kicks to Holiday. They get a hand on it and out of bounds as Milan gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Milan with the ball. Hackett, the pass to Brooks. Takes a 3. There's the bucket. Good. Brooks has got 10 points in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And he gets the bucket.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Evans. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
So both teams changing it up here. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Shot from 12. And it's New Orleans scoring again. Milan trails by 5. Now the dish to James from 12 feet out. That's good on the jump shot.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
James has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside Holiday. Davis sets a screen. Holiday dishes to Anderson. 5 on the clock. Holiday goes in. Here's Perkins. Soft touch off the glass. Perkins got his second basket.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Elegar. And Milan, another 3.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Nobody near Allen. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Stolen by Anderson. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. The shot by Holiday, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
That's 2 straight quick 3-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
To the middle. Here's Perkins. And the shot is good. Perkins got 6.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
And it's out of bounds. Milan able to retain possession here. New Orleans making some changes here. Alexis Ajinça comes in for Perkins. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. And Glazer gets it to go.
And you can tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
New Orleans in the lead. And Cole kicks to Ajinça. He feeds it to Cole. Here's Davis. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Here's Moss. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark with the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Evans outside. Screen by Asik. Here's Cole. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. So it's the Pelicans now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Screen by Asik. Juan making a switch here. Brooks checked in.
That's his third personal foul.
Here's Evans, and that one's good. Evans has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pelicans.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And it's Gordon penetrating, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Juan making a switch here. Right at the free throw line. Rebound Asik. New Orleans leading by 3. Evans with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Evans against Brooks. Pass to Asik. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
James checked in for Milan. The Pelicans also changing it up. Davis comes in for Alexis Ajinça. And it's Drew Holiday in for Norris Cole. Here's Hackett. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against Denver. Inside, here's Gordon. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 10 points for Eric Gordon.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
He kicks it to Holiday. Outside Gordon. Pass to Asik. And James pulls it down. Milan trails by 5. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
Gordon against Brooks. And it's Gordon penetrating. And he gets it to go. Gordon's got 4 this quarter.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, guys. I got a chance to hear what the home team head coach was saying to his players. He told them, guys, we're getting bogged down in the half court. Let's get out and run, see what's available in early offense. If there's nothing there, we can always back it out and run our sets. Good advice, Kevin.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Davis bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play. And the free throw, no good.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it.
And Milan has possession. Brooks from outside. And Milan another 3.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
The shot's good from Evans.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Gili, and Milan, another three.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Davis kicks to Holiday. Screen by Ajit. Back to Davis. He dishes it to Gordon. That one wide left.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Count it. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. That one's on Eric Gordon.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from Milan.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
Wow, you don't see them make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
Shot to stop the run, and it's laid in by Davis. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is, and it's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
Holiday with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Beyond the arc. Sinks it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
There's 39 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
What an offensive force Holiday can be when he's going like this.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
And a wide open look for James. Trains it from downtown.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to him.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Holiday goes in. Money!
You know, they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Yeah, definitely something to keep in mind for them right now.
Time called here. Milan decides to talk it over. They're losing by 1. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run it.
The putback, it falls!
That bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop can seal the deal.
From the line. Oh, no good. When they foul intentionally, they're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And so they foul intentionally. Here's Hackett. Good!
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And so it's Milan winning this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports as we present the Jordan Player of the Game.